All right, and we're rolling. Okay, so we're back. I apologize for the couple of days that I have not posted. I think it'll be 3 by the time you're all seeing this. 3 days that I haven't posted. I'm back home now in Texas. I just left my original home, Cleveland, Ohio. I landed yesterday, but I recorded a leg day. I was transferring everything over to my computer. No idea what file it's in. I think I've checked the entirety of my computer. No clue where it is. It's not on my phone anywhere. It's not in my recently deleted. It's gone everywhere. But it is what it is, you know. At the end of the day, the show goes on. So we have a little conversation video while I eat because I wanted to just have a video ready to go for tomorrow. This will be up tomorrow at noon. I guess not anybody's tomorrow, but for my tomorrow at noon, this will be up. And I'm going to record tomorrow, have a whole day of that ready to go, but it is what it is. We're going to chat for a little bit. This is going to be a quick, 8 to 10 minute video. We're just going to be talking about diet and food or fuel, depending on however you want to put it. Right here, I got ground beef, rice. I have 8 ounces of ground beef, 90-10, 90 grams uncooked white rice, and then 30 grams of chopped raw onions. I like texture is a big thing, and I enjoy onions. And then some zero cal hot sauce. You can get it from Trader Joe's, Green Dragon hot sauce. It's pretty goddamn good. But that's my meal right now. Let's dive into meals for bulks or cuts. Now, I have gone into this previously about how important it is to refuel, yourself with the proper food if you want to make the most out of this. When we talk about refueling and eating, think about it with a car. Think of yourself as a high-end car. You don't put cheap regular gas in it. You put high-end gas in it, makes it run well. Same thing with your body. You want to be putting in good, clean food so that your body runs well. Now, when you're bulking, you still want to be getting in a fair amount of good food, but you're bulking. You want to put on weight, so you can throw in a little bit of not so good, fast food every once in a while. That's okay. Just don't make it a habit, okay? You still want to be getting some good, clean meals in just about every day. Let's say you're doing good throughout the week. On the weekend, you want to have a meal, okay? Not multiple meals, McDonald's for breakfast and then, I don't know, like Burger King. I hate Burger King, but for me, In-N-Out or Cane's for lunch. And then, you go out to dinner, you have chicken wings, like a whole bunch of shit. You don't want to have multiple meals throughout the day where they're shit. You want to be having a fair amount of good, clean food. And then you can throw some food in there on the weekends. Like I said, 1 or 2 meals, 1 meal Saturday, 1 meal Sunday. But keep it at that. You don't want to get into a routine of, of shitty food, because then you're not going to be getting out as much as you would if you were putting in clean food into your body, like rice. Rice is a great source of good carbs, okay? I would prefer rice over just, bread. Rice, good carbs. I have leaner-ish meat. Again, I'm in a maintenance cutting phase right now, so I have leaner meat. But when I start bulking again, I might do 85-15, 80-20 ground beef for a majority of my meals. It's a little more fatty, but it's more calories. So bulk, more calories. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want. And then I'm going to have a lot more rice with this. This is, I think, 2 servings of rice right here. I'll probably be having like 3 to 4 servings of rice when I start bulking again, because you got to be getting your calories in. Rice is a great way of getting calories in. So Anywho, bulking, you got to be eating good, clean food, throwing a little bit of junk every once in a while, but you need to make sure that you're eating at a surplus. So what that is, again, I've said this in previous videos, but for anyone that hasn't seen it, a surplus is extra, essentially, surplus extra. You all knew that. But if your maintenance calories is 2,000, okay, let's just say 2,000 calories, you don't go up in weight, you don't go down in weight, 2,000 calories right here. You want to be getting at least 500 calories above that. So 2,500 calories, 2,000, 2,500 calories. You're going to gain weight, okay? If you're getting your calories in every day consistently, it's not, oh, I got 25 in today, I got 2,000 the day before, I got 21. No, if you're getting 2,500 calories in every day, over time, you will gain weight, okay? There's no getting out of that because you're eating at a surplus, okay? So if you're eating 2,500 calories, you'll start to gain weight. Once you plateau, you're no longer gaining any more weight. You can switch your maintenance now from 25 to 3,000 calories because now your body's like, all right, we're getting 2,500 calories in every day. I'm used to this. I'm at a weight now where my body can maintain itself off of 2,500 calories. Then you bump it to 3,000 calories. And then after that, 3,500, 4,000, 40, however you want to do it. If you want to go from 25 to 2,750, then 3. Like if you want to gradually, slowly do it, you could do that way. But me, I go off of 500 increments. Like when I start bulking again, my maintenance I think right now is around like 25. I'm probably going to go to 35 immediately. And then once I no longer am putting on size from 35, I'm going to go probably 4,000 to 4,250 in that range, and then just keep going until I'm at the weight that I want. Once you hit the weight that you want, you can maintain there if you like how you look, but if you want to go into a cut, traditionally is what people do. You find out your new maintenance calories. Let's say it's 3,000 calories. You bump it down to 2,500 calories. It's the same thing going up or down. You want to gain weight, you eat 500 surplus. You want to lose weight, 500 deficit. So that's why they call it a calorie deficit, because you are lower than what your maintenance calories is. And if you're hitting that calorie goal, continuously, it's not like every other day. If you are consistent with it, you will lose weight. For anyone saying, oh, well, what do I have to eat in my cut? Traditionally, good, clean food. That's when you got to start watching things. With your bulk, you can go a little bit crazy. You want to make sure you're just getting your calories in, carb count, protein count. Watch your fats, okay? You don't have to be like, oh, I can only hit this many fats. You're bulking, all right? Don't overdo it. Don't be getting such a surplus to where it's a majority of fats. And if you are looking at your diet and you're like, wow, there's a lot of fat in here, look at what you're eating. Like, it all depends on what you're eating. If you're eating ground beef, like 85-15, 80-20 ground beef consistently throughout the day, like, that's not that bad. But if you're eating a lot of junk food, or if you're eating a lot of fatty foods, like all this stuff, it adds up. You could add things to your meals, but you have to be careful because it catches up on you so quickly. Cheese is a big one. Oils that you cook with, like butters and stuff, you have to be careful. In certain oils, those are good fats, but you don't want to overdo it because it's still fat at the end of the day. Sure, it's good fat and you want to be getting that into your system, but just be careful. But cheese is a big one, and condiments. It might not seem like a lot, but if you're putting condiments on your meals, every meal, if you're having 5-6 meals a day, and just throwing numbers out here, one serving for a certain condiment that you're using is 130 calories. You're not just using one serving. If it's a bigger meal, you're probably at like that 2 to 3 almost serving range per meal. So 130, let's just do 2 servings, that's 260. 260 times 6, you guys do the math. I'll put it right here because I'm not going to quick math it right now. Like, that's a lot of calories, which is great, but you have to be watching the fat count in it as well. Like, if you're just using hot sauces don't usually have fat in them. But if you're using, I'll use my buddy, for example, Juan, he likes using Chick-fil-A sauce. There's a fair amount of fat in that. And if you are having that for every meal, multiple servings every meal, excuse me, it'll add up quick. And yeah, like I said, when you're bulking, it's not that bad, but still, you kind of want to monitor the fat intake that you're getting. Blast carbs, calories, make sure you're getting your protein in. 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. 200 pounds, 200 grams of protein. 230 pounds, 230 grams of protein. It's that simple. Now, when you're bulking, what I do is let's just say I'm at 180 pounds, all right, and I'm eating at a surplus, I'm getting 185 grams of protein in. So what I'm doing is I'm getting extra protein so that my body, once I get to that weight, it's not just, oh, I'm 180 pounds today, I'm 183 pounds tomorrow, now I have to get 183 pounds of protein in, or 183 grams of protein in today, and then the next day I'm 181 pounds. Now I only have to get 181. No, I'm getting 185 grams of protein because that's what I'm building to. And then once I hit 185 consistently, then I'll bump it to 190 and then 195 and keep going and keep going and keep going. That's what I do with protein. But when you're cutting with protein, you don't drop it. Oh, if I'm at 190 pounds and I want to get down to 180, I'm going to only get 185 grams of protein in. No, because if you're still at 190 pounds, you want to be able to maintain the muscle mass that you've put on. So you want to be getting in all the protein that you can to help limit the amount of muscle mass that you're losing. If you're only getting 185 grams of protein in and you're 190 pounds, like still that's only 5 grams, but the second day it's 10 grams, then 15, 20, like it adds up quickly. And when you're cutting, the main thing is to just keep and preserve as much muscle as possible. And so you do that by making sure you're getting enough protein in so that it's getting to all of your muscles. If you're not getting enough protein in, then your muscles are going to slowly, over time, it's not going to happen overnight, but not enough protein, you're not going to preserve as much muscle as you would as if you're getting enough protein in every single day. So we've gone over, calories, surplus, deficit, your fats, watch it for both bulking and cutting. You can play with it a little bit when bulking, but when you're cutting, dial in a number and stick to that number every day. Watch condiments and toppings that you add to all of your food. Carbs, you want to be getting your carbs in both times, okay? Bulking, a surplus of carbs. Get the carbs in, okay? But if you're coming off of a bulk from a cut, you're getting a lot of food in your system. You gotta remember this. Depending on how drastic you take your cut, let's say you're at 4,000 calories every day. If you go to 3,500 calories, it won't be that bad, but for some instances, if you want to go on a mini cut, which a main person that's done this recently that was a big name that a lot of people are seeing, Sam Sulek, he went from however many calories he was getting in at 250 pounds to 2,500 calories in every day. Now I know, oh, he's on steroids. It doesn't matter. If you are making a drastic cut in calories like that, you need to make sure that you're getting a fair amount of carbs in, not enough to where it's too many calories and such, but you want to be maximizing the amount of carbs that you're getting in so that you have enough energy throughout the day. You're getting a lot of carbs in before, you're getting a lot of food in before, and if you cut and make such a drastic calorie switch up like that, your body's going to be thrown off a little bit. You have to be getting your carbs in so that you have enough energy to basically function throughout the day. It's going to suck for a little bit, and it's not a lot of fun. This is what we do. This shit is not easy, and the challenge of it all is what makes it fun, at least in my eyes. So, again, talked calories, fats, just did carbs, protein. Get your protein in. 1 gram per pound of body weight. Simple as that. People are like, oh, well, I do 0.6 or 0.8. Just get 1 gram in per pound. Oh, I'm 160 pounds. Get 160 grams of protein in. I'm 160 pounds, but I want to gain weight. Get 165 grams of protein in and eat in a surplus. Just eat as much as you can, honestly. Whatever will move the scale, that's what you got to do. And at the start, if that's getting in a little bit more not so clean, healthier meals, but it starts to move the scale, do it. You want to be eating enough to where your metabolism is no longer like, okay, I can burn this every day. And the next day, I keep burning it, it's no problem. You want to be eating enough food essentially to where you're full all the time. If that's what it takes to, hit that switch in metabolism to where it's like, okay, we can't keep burning this all, like we have to start putting on some weight. That's what you got to do. And once you start to see the scale consistently move, start tracking what you're eating, because now you're putting on that weight and you know that you can eat enough food to gain weight. Then track it a little bit, kind of watch what you're eating, because it'll get to the point to where, all right, I'm kind of chunky now, and nobody wants that. That's what I did, and it wasn't good. I was just eating whatever I could to start moving the scale, and I did that, and I never really cleaned it up that much. Like, sure, I was getting a couple meals of beef and rice and chicken and rice and shit, but I didn't clean it up enough to where I was putting on good, healthy weights. I was putting on more of a fatty or chunky weight. And it is what it is. I didn't have the knowledge that I have now. I still don't know everything, but I know enough to make it work. The stuff is not rocket science. It's very, very easy. If you can count and track your macros, excuse me, then you'll have no problem with this. All you literally have to watch: calories, fats, carbs, protein. Just 4 numbers, and it's on everything. There's a nutrition label on everything that you buy. Like, you can see it on this hot sauce. Everything is 0, because there's just, besides sodium, and 1 gram of carbs. But that's it. No calories, no fat, 70 milligrams of sodium, 1 carb, and then 0 protein. Excuse me. Everything that you eat will have a nutrition label on it, and it'll look like this, right here. It'll look like this. I'm trying to think if I have anything close to me. I don't. But just look at the nutrition label, see what you're getting in. You can calculate it. Download, there are a couple apps that you can download. What is it? MyFitnessPal. I think that's one that I used some time ago. Sam Sulek uses one. It's like stupid easy macro tracker. I don't know what it is. Don't quote me on that. But if you want to use MyFitnessPal, plug in what you're eating. Like, you could just plug in, Green Dragon hot sauce, Trader Joe's, and it'll bring this up. The exact same bottle, it'll bring it up. Or I think it will. MyFitnessPal has a lot of foods, sauces, condiments, toppings, doesn't matter. It has basically everything that you could think of or you eat throughout the day. MyFitnessPal will most likely have it. That goes with fast food, or if you're out at a restaurant, you plug in what you eat, and it'll most likely have it. So if you buy your own groceries, there's a better chance of it having it. Just plug it in. You can even put in how many calories you want, your carb goal, fat goal, protein goal. Like, you could plug all this stuff in, and there'll be a bubble of, okay, your goal is at start, your goal's here, you need to get the rest by the end of the day. And you just plug in what you eat, and that goal will slowly fill up. If you go past goal, it'll tell you, okay, you got, just throw numbers, 15 grams of this, you only wanted to get 10 grams of this, so you got 5 extra. It'll tell you all this stuff. It's very, very easy. That's one way of going about it. What I do is I track everything myself. I go into my notes, I see exactly what I'm getting, what I'm buying at the store. I'll plug it in to my calculator. I'll calculate, okay, if I eat this and this today, also along with this and then this and this, I'll be at this many calories, this many carbs, fats, protein, blah, blah, blah. You can do it that way as well. But if you're just starting out, I would say download MyFitnessPal. I'm not even sponsored for this. MyFitnessPal, I'm hyping you guys up right now. Sponsor me. But if you're just beginning, start with MyFitnessPal. It'll tell you everything. It'll track down your weight, your height. It'll tell you, okay, do you want to gain weight? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to maintain weight? It'll tell you all this stuff. And you just plug in, oh, well, it's saying to do this. Well, I want to get this much in, or I don't want to get that much in. You could plug in exactly what you want. And it'll be like, okay, have this, or plug in what you eat, and I'll tell you where you're at by the end of the day. Play around with it a little bit, You might have to get a little consistent with meals, but that is what it is. You're already consistent in the gym. Be consistent with meals. It's not that hard. I mean, I've said this before. It all depends on how badly you want it. Okay? Okay. You might not know everything, but that's no problem. I'm hoping that this might help a little bit with anybody, any 30 of the people that watch this video or that are subscribed to my YouTube channel. I hope this may help, or if it reaches some other people, I hope this helps you, even a little bit. But you don't have to take my word for it. Just watch YouTube videos. Like, it's so simple. I remember I'd see all the time, Jay Cutler, Ronnie Coleman, Rich Piana, Sam Sulek I'm getting into, C-Bum, like all these guys, they can, like, they're not just there because, oh, their genetics are great and they take steroids. That's not what it is. It's years and years of consistency of doing stuff like this that I'm telling you now. Go watch their videos. I mean, that's where I got a lot of my information off of, was watching YouTube videos. I wasn't reading files. I wasn't reading book. Well, I have looked at a couple fitness books, but majority of the information that I have is from watching YouTube, and they're entertaining videos. A big one, like I've said before, multiple times, I'm going to say it all the time. Rich Piana is very adamant about getting your meals in and doing whatever it takes to reach your goals. This is a part of it. This is what it takes to get to where you want. You know, if you have the mindset of, oh, you know, I don't want to do this, like this sucks, you're not going to make it. Like, there are definitely times where I'm sitting there, I'm like, I am so full, I feel like shit, and I don't want to eat. But I essentially force myself because I want to get better and I want to get bigger. That's what I was doing when I was bulking. Again, I didn't look the greatest, all right? I didn't have the knowledge that I have now. I was trying to cram 6 meals basically into 3. So I was just eating like a pound of ground beef, like 4 to 5 servings of rice, like late at night. And I was wondering, oh, I feel like shit, like what's going on? I wasn't cutting up my meals properly. I wasn't eating consistently enough throughout the day. I wasn't doing cardio. Like, there's a lot that plays into it, but basic knowledge can take you very far. And I feel that I have slightly above basic knowledge. I don't know everything, but I'm not a noob, okay? This stuff is not difficult, and it's not rocket science. Bulking, eat a lot of food. Cutting, watch the food that you're eating. Do your cardio. Like, it's as simple as that. You want to go in depth, rewind the video. I basically told you what you have to do. MyFitnessPal, again, just plug in what you want to do. Your height, weight, if you want to gain weight or lose weight. Like, it'll give you goals to hit every day. That's basically all that I have. I could talk about this on and on over and over again, but I've already recorded 26 minutes. Definitely not going to see all this. Hopefully, I could render this down to like 15 minutes, maybe 20, I don't know. But we've already talked about bulking, cutting. Again, if you don't want to listen to me, you don't want to take my word on it, just go watch any of the guys that I said. They'll say the same things, you know. Rich Piana, a big one, just getting your meals and just eating what you have to put on the weight. If you want to gain weight, if you want to lose weight, you got to watch what you got to eat. Sometimes it ain't good. And he said it in his videos too. He was eating egg whites. No salt, no pepper, no salsa. It tastes like shit. It tastes like fucking shit. And that's what he said. But that's what he had to do to maintain what he looked like and to be at the point to where he was. It all depends on how badly you want it. And I'm going to keep saying that over and over again because I'm very adamant about it. Whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. If you're not putting in a lot and then some time passes, you're like, oh, well, what the hell? Like, why haven't I gotten to the point to where I want to be? Well, did you do everything you needed to get to that point? If the answer is, well, no, that's why. You know, this shit is not easy. Just stay consistent every single day. Stick to what you say you're going to do, and you'll get very, very far. I'm telling you, if you have a goal in mind and you want to get there, and you say to yourself, okay, I have to do this to get to that point. If I do it, I will get there. There's nobody stopping you than you then. I mean, it's as simple as that. So, well, I think my roommate's about to walk in. But the video is ended here. Hopefully, my gym is currently closed due to renovations, so I don't know where I'm recording tomorrow, but I will record some working out lifting videos. But that's that. Signing off for now. And I'll see you all with I'm not sure what body part tomorrow, but that's it. So peace out.